The McCarthy campaign this morning should be richer by about $750,000. However, more than a few places at this $100 a plate dinner were occupied by policemen. Security, in fact, was so tight that even McCarthy's treasurer, Howard Stein, had trouble getting in, and a surgeon arriving late was collared and dragged protesting from the ballroom before he could explain who he was. But with all the stars on the stage, the audience was too busy to notice the excitement in its midst. Movie actor Dustin Hoffman read from a poem by the Russian poet Evtushenko. Mike Nichols and Neil Simon contributed a parody on the inscription placed on the Statue of Liberty. Finally, almost forgotten in the hoopla of the evening, and after waiting more than an hour to appear, Eugene McCarthy.
A judgment has been passed in this first 6 months, the first half of this year. And that judgment is that we are prepared in this nation to take full responsibility for our future. The question remaining is whether or not, in the second half, that kind of intellectual judgment and moral commitment will be honored in action and in practice. And I have a sense of some concern that now, as I believe, most Americans have concluded that they are against the war. They've decided it's a bad war and that we ought to get out of it. But having made that judgment, they feel somehow excused from participation in the hard and practical work of bringing it to an end. And something of the same spirit, I think, runs with reference to race and poverty. Most of us having said these are bad things and we've got to do something about them, we feel a certain sense of satisfaction and a kind of comfort in having made what may appear to be a hard moral judgment. And the problem we face in, I think, first of all, in the 2 months before the Democratic Convention, and beyond that in the campaign that must be waged from the convention until November, is to stir the people to this second phase of action. Having made the judgment to be moved into the practical arena of giving our best effort and our best qualities to the solution of the problem.
Leonard Bernstein addressed an appeal to supporters of the late Robert Kennedy. The hit of the show, Barbra Streisand.
No, people are uninteresting.
Rose Island. We've got her up.